Yeah. Sunday, it's time to talk some football. Hey, listen, no matter what time of year it is, Sunday is 49er time. Even when you go to bed, if you wake up on a Sunday morning, first thing you're doing is dreaming about the 49ers. And the future's looking so bright. Oh, I forgot to bring my shades. That's what I meant to do. I'll be wearing them from now on. I'll be wearing the shades from now until OTAs and may keep them on all season long. Because you know what? We could surprise and shock people. Everybody knows we're in the rebuild mode. Everybody knows we have pieces to put together in this pie before we can even start to eat. There are so many things that are going against the 49ers to have a successful season next year. But it is not mandated. Who knows what could happen? So therefore, I can't calm down. Hey, let me come and talk to some folks here. I got power 49ers sitting here. Power?
Ronbo?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, man? It's telling you, man, it's not likely we're supposed to be going to the Super Bowl, and the odds makers have already said, I believe it's 150 to 1, the 49ers' chances of getting to the Super Bowl 52. That's bad, ain't it?
Wow.
Yeah, it's that bad.
That is real bad.
It's real bad. Little Leah Lynch is right. We're horrible, but we're going to get better.
Definitely. I definitely see a bright future.
Yeah.
It's looking better.
Not for the 49ers.
Hey, pal, who is that, man?
That's my wife, you know.
Is she a 49er fan? Boy, she sounds like a Dallas Cowboys. Who does she like?
She's a Niner fan. But I don't know. This year she wanted to take the seat covers off her out of her car.
No, Mama, I sent him to her. What's that?
You know, I can understand her pain. You know, a lot of 49er fans got mad this year. We had several emotions. We had people getting mad, or like Lynch's daughter, they were crying because we were so terrible. Right. And then you had us.
Exactly.
A few of us were optimistic, thinking we'll get better by Game 7. We could still get into the playoffs. That was me, a damn fool. Game 8.
That was me too.
Yeah. Game 8. Well, you know, we can finish this season 8-8, and we can build. Hey, yeah, Power, when did you give it up, man? Which game did you give it up?
What was that?
Which game did you finally give it up? Because I think I went to Game 8 before I started realizing it was over.
I think that was around, what was that, the 10th game or something like that?
You held out to 10?
I kind of I was disgusted. But I still watched the game. It was just horrible.
Yeah, I watched every last one, too. Yeah.
It was like, you know, that's the red and gold in me. I had to watch the game to see through it.
Yeah.
Hoping I could see something, but
I know.
It never came.
You got to get your wife on the show 1 week, man, because she's killing me, man. I'm laughing, man. She took Power's wife did. She took the 49er car seat. She them off the car. That's cold. How about the bedspread?
I don't want to ride around with this on my seat and everybody's looking at it. It's all tough. But it was rough, Ronbo. But we'll be back. I keep telling that we're going to be back. We're going to be back. Don't worry about it.
Because I know I quit worrying about it. Power, you stay right there, man. I'm going to go back here and see what Toby's talking about. Toby!
Yes, sir.
Toby, it's a day we're talking Tom Rathman has left us, Toby. The complete era spin is in full swing. The momentum's picking up. There's casualties with the big spinning red and gold top. All kind of guys are getting thrown out. You got Tom Rathman. It's, Tom, we want you to stay, but we got to move from your position. We got to bring in Bobby Turner. You can assist him. You can be my assistant. In other words, they told Tom, you're no longer going to be calling the shots with the running backs. And Tom says, fine, I'm gone. I know where I'm not needed. It kind of hurt me.
Tom. Yeah, man.
We're going to miss you, Tom.
Gotta move on, though. I know, but one bright spot about that is Tom Rathman is like a power back coach, if you think about the past 10 years.
Yeah.
we've been having nothing but power backs coming out of there, So that's a bright thing is now we're going to have some better running backs now coming in there. Because if you think about it, why wouldn't you want Tom? Only thing I could think of is, Tom, your coaching style doesn't fit with the way I want to. You know what I mean? I like guys that can bust 25-yard runs 3 times a game. I don't want to get a 3-yard, then a 16-yarder is the highlight of the day.
Toby, you know what you're saying.
We want to run the ball around here, man.
But Toby, you know what you're saying translates to. Does that mean that El Guapo may become a problem? Shall we look at guys like Leonard Fournette and maybe trade Guapo for a 2nd or 3rd round pick? Oh, I can't believe I said that. Oh, my God.
The thing is, though, when you're evaluating your roster, you're looking at who's healthy right now. If you had a game tomorrow, who can play, who can suit up? And Carlos is hurt. So
always.
So now you got to, nobody really talks about that. Oh, we need a quarterback, but we need a running back, too.
Fournette in the 1st round?
Our guy's down. Yeah, he's cool. I mean, I don't even blame that injury on him because Kaepernick should have threw that ball into the position. Yeah. I do not blame that injury on him. That was just his aggressiveness. Yeah. He wanted to win. He's a competitor. I like him. I like how he lost a few pounds and he got a little quicker.
He was serious.
Maybe he lose about 5 more pounds. I don't know. I got a feeling, though, he's going to be premier. He's going to be the premier guy. Maybe we get McCaffrey. Even if we get Big Leonard. Okay, and so remember this, though. We need an impact player right now in about the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So if we don't go QB, I'll be okay. But go ahead and get the impact player. So is there next Ray Lewis coming out of there? Is there another Patrick Willis coming out of there?
That's
I
Jared
need an impact player. Yeah. Is there next Deion Sanders coming out of there? Go ahead and get the impact guy.
Ahmad.
But
Jamal Davis.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking every time you mention a player, I'm just bouncing off. When you say names, I say Jamal Davis. You said another cornerback of Deion Sanders. There'll never be another Deion, but
Hey,
somebody close.
There's been guys that's been close to that caliber. You want that caliber. There'll never be another Jerry, but Julio is of that caliber.
Oh, I know.
So you still got to go ahead and grab the best thing available. I say go ahead and grab it. But I heard you guys speaking about Kaepernick earlier. I think that was a top 10 foolish mistake by a player in the history. Why would you give up that contract for now? You know what I mean? Like now, how you looking now? Like your future was looking good. Now
Toby,
all of a sudden,
Toby,
you gave up that contract. I wouldn't have did it, man. Just to play, I would have sat right there on that bench.
But Toby,
and
how you going to promote yourself? You can't promote yourself sitting on the bench. And you and I both know the 49ers are not going to play him, worrying about that money and him getting injured, right?
But so that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Maybe he was trying to be a team player, and maybe that's how he ended up winning that award, actually, because you're making this money. We're not going to put you on the field if you don't change the contract. But I'm just saying, as a personal, you know what I mean, like say if you look at yourself as a business.
Yeah.
That was a dumb business decision for him. I mean, I'm glad he did it, but I think he's going to always look back like, damn. He had another 5 years sitting on the bench. He was good, man. That would have been good.
Nah, they
would have never cut him. They would have cut him.
They was gonna cut him come April, especially he wouldn't cooperate.
You're right. He did have that little cut every year type.
If the 49ers doesn't make
wait, Tito, hold on. Tito, I want to hear from you on that. But hold on, let Toby finish up his thoughts here. Toby, go ahead, man.
Okay. Let me say it. And basically, about the protesting thing, I think it would have been much more effective had he go to the league or something and say, hey, man, you think we can get 10 seconds of silence before the anthem? Like how they do a lot of 10 seconds of silence for people. And, maybe you think that we can all take a knee or, something for the victims.
Toby, did you say?
Instead of looking like an aggressor, you know what I mean? Because I think that would have been, just tremendous, across the world, we're taking this time out to, to put more spotlight on it. But instead, they turned it into a negative.
Yeah.
You kind of did that by doing that during the anthem. So that's all I got to say.
Hey, Toby, I gotta give it to you on that. That would have been an intelligent approach because now it puts the ball in the organization's corner and the league. Mm-hmm. And does the NFL have enough shame to actually look at that and say, "Well, no, I don't think so." I bet you're right. That would have been an approach.
NBA, maybe even major leagues. You know what I mean? Maybe that would have been more effective.
Yeah, because it takes
don't go
away
against the anthem, man.
Yeah, because for what you're saying though, it takes away from it being a black thing to a human rights thing. Instead of just all cops only gunning down black people and the political ramifications that brings, you say it's something un-American for police officers that can continue to shoot what appears to be innocent people.
Yeah,
and that would be
let's get a moment of silence for the families of the victims.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, that's all I'm saying, because there's nothing we can do about them now. You know,
that's
I mean, God bless their soul, but you know, like at least we could take a silent, a moment of silence for the victims of those families. Cause like I said, I have a cousin who was killed by SAC PD, man, and he was in a fetal position.
Yeah,
so that just tells you
what was going on there.
You know what I mean about it. So.
Yeah, you're
that didn't make no news or no headline or nothing. But I mean, I still have to make sure I teach my son, you know, the right way, you know, to obey authority figures, you know, young African American male, and I'd rather come pick him up from jail than pick up his corpse. So
thank you. That's absolutely right, and that's the education that's got to be thrown out there, and maybe that's why they're putting monies into those organizations, trying to educate the communities about. Listen, you're not going to win that battle. You drop down to your knees, put your hands behind your head, and you do everything that's being said. Somebody's going to see that, and the cops will know this, and they'll back off. You don't fight it. You don't resist it. You don't holler, "Pig, get up my face!" It ain't. Just don't. You know, that's these kind of things.
Yep, and they should be more educated on mental health, because in Sacramento also, like a year or two ago, there was a guy struggling with mental health. He was gunned down in uptown Sacramento.
I read about
found
that.
out later that he had mental disabilities. And, you know, then the police released the video. The man didn't have a gun or anything. So it's just, you know, like it is a problem, but maybe, hopefully one of the players hear this, NFL hears this, man. Just take a moment of silence for the victims. And, you know what I mean, that maybe those police officers can feel shame for those 10 seconds. Man.
And not only that, like you say, you don't do it during the anthem. This is a very sacred thing in America, and it's going to ruffle feathers. It's going to ruffle feathers, man. No matter what your intentions are.
They've taken moment of silences before for plenty of you know, for the 9/11 and, you know what I mean, all kind of things. But then the anthem follows that.
Yeah, and then you don't alienate. That's the thing. All right. So that's a good point, man. Tito's got some things. Tito, go ahead, man.
Yeah. All I know is, like, when it comes to the quarterback, Colin Kaepernick, they would have cut his ass either way.
Yep.
Two, the only way I could figure it, they either try to get a trade, to make a trade with, maybe to get a quarterback, or wait in the later rounds. Now, as for the moment of signing thing, the league would have never done it, because the NBA has a strict rules about that. They wouldn't do it, because I was checking some things out concerning things like that, because I wanted to mention, but when I read about it, I didn't waste my time, because they would have never done that. When they do a moment of silence, it's for something that bad happens in the country and things like that, but they would have never done that. They would have never done that for us at all.
Yeah.
So
Colin
Kaepernick, he did the right thing.
Yeah.
He took that contract, put his opinion to get out clause to prove himself. Nothing for nothing. The 49ers doesn't have nobody. If you think the Niners going to give up their first round or fourth round pick to get Garoppolo, you're crazy, because they're going to be fighting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins, if he's a free agent, then the Niners could easily make a play. But there could be a chance that he's going to be franchised.
Mm-hmm.
There's no quarterback in this draft in the first round is worth the second pick in the first round.
Mm.
No way. It's not worth it. So, either if Colin Kaepernick does opinion on his contract, because it looks like he gets along with the GM, there's trust there. You got to remember, Colin Kaepernick took a cheap contract when he first signed his extension the first time to help the team. Team Bucky did not do that. Team Bucky kind of messed up on him, because he did not sign other players free agent. That's the only reason he did that. So you gotta blame the owner the general manager that used to be there
Especially the
for
general
all
manager.
that mess.
Oh God.
Because if it wasn't for the male big cojones in there, Jim Harbaugh would be the head coach. And I could tell Colin Kaepernick would be still doing a little bit more better than he did. Because you got to think about it. After Jim Harbaugh left, everything started going down. You got to blame still Jed York, Tim Barkey on that part.
Yeah. I've taken Jed out of the equation though, because Jed was just a fool who didn't know any better. Trent Baalke manipulated him like crazy. And also I blame his Uncle Eddie for not calling him up on the phone. Listen, you've got to get Trent out of your ear. I understand
But
what he's trying to do.
you got to understand one more thing. It's Jed wants to prove himself. Eddie D has nothing to do with this.
I know.
I mean, he could come out in court and say, "Yo, what are you doing? You're dumb." Or no, yeah. He's not gonna do it. He's his own man. You still gotta blame Jed York for the problem, just like Tim Barkey.
Yeah.
Tim Barkey is gone. Just like Eddie, Jed got put on the spot. They can't fire him. He's the owner.
Yeah.
But
and he
doesn't. So. You can easily punish if there's a really protest. If all the 49er fans that goes to the stadium comes out of nowhere and nobody shows up just to watch the game, he's going to feel it.
Anyway, yeah, he did. You seen his head is almost clean from worrying. Yeah. And so he's getting things, and he looked frantic this last meeting. Every year he comes out his annual address, he looked frantic up there this year. And the media was just beating him up. And he had that look on his face like, no matter what I say, you guys aren't going to accept it. Yeah, but he was in defense mode as soon as he walked in. And that's why he knows that he can't take it. He's a very sensitive guy. I tell you what, he does not like to see them tweets. He doesn't like to hear that stuff on the street.
One thing that I love, he put his money with his mouth on. Justin Smith said it.
Yeah.
He put his money with his mouth on. About time. I love when it came like that. Right now, he got everything. He put up a 6 years contract.
Yeah,
and I love what Shanahan said. I didn't ask for 6 years.
Yeah, check that out. See what I'm saying? Doesn't that change your whole opinion about Jed York? I'm changed over him. I've become a fan. I ain't got no shame about it. Jed wants to win. Justin pointed out, he really, really wants to win. He's not like a lot of fans say he don't care as long as he's making money and Levi's here. That's not true. Jed cares like crazy. I mean, I'm telling you, look at his body. It shows on him. It's killing him to lose. Killing him.
Yep.
Looks like he's about 70 years old all of a sudden. He looked like that 2 years ago when we were winning. So, he cares. He damn sure does. So, I'm supporting him now. I feel bad about it, man. I used to be on Twitter calling him names and everybody else. I'm sorry, Jed. I'm sorry, Jed. I didn't know, man. He suffered, Tito. He has suffered. Hey, Tito. Okay. I want to ask you, from what you just said, I have gone away from that first round. But I'm not sure about Trubisky. I still have that in the back of my mind that Kyle does indeed want his primetime quarterback. He's not going to start him this year. As a matter of fact, no matter what quarterback he gets, he's not going to start him this year. But if he sees the clay he can mold, will he put that kid, the kid, you sit right here next to me. I want you to hold that clipboard. I'm going to explain to you everything that's going on out there. His playbook is a motherfucker. Whoever we get out there this year is going to have to know a little bit about Kyle's system. This is why when people say about Cap having a chance, all these guys that want to play, will they be able to pull off his playbook? That's why I think Kyle is going to bring in Hoyer, or he's going to use shot plays. That's a scary thing. But this is the disadvantage of not knowing Kyle's system. It just ain't easy.
Yep.
So
it's gonna be real interesting, though.
Yeah. But hey, Tito, let me. Oh, it looks like YouTube is having a few problems. It said YouTube isn't working. No vid. Rep the Bay. Only way we. Oh God, this is bad. I'm not sure if that's a temporary condition or what.
What happened?
It seems like YouTube is. We've lost picture.
The YouTube is messed up.
Okay. Damn. I guess, can you hear anything, Go Hard?
The YouTube's messed up.
Yeah, hey, Go Hard, can you hear me, though? Okay, because
I can hear you, Ronbo.
okay, because I think Nighthawk. I'm sorry, Nighthawk. You know what? I got a feeling. I'm not sure if that's going to come back or not. So I guess
Yeah, because I was kind of watching on YouTube, but I can't even get into the YouTube.
Oh, you can't even get into YouTube. Okay.
No, it's telling me that it got a sign to tell me, oh, you can't, it's not connecting.
Oh, okay. I believe that's probably an internet problem from on my side, maybe, or internet problem from YouTube. Okay.
Yes, the server.
Yeah. Okay. I tell you what. Let's see. We'll just continue to talk here. Maybe it'll come back on. Let's AJ. Go ahead, man. Hello.
What it do, what it ain't, what it is, Ronbo.
What it ain't is exactly right, but we YouTube cut out on us. Let me know if we come back in though, because I'll be delighted to hear that. Anyway, but AJ, what are your feelings, man, on the current drama that's going on with us, man?
Oh man, I'm currently happy. Like you said, I'm trying to get on the Jed York bandwagon and smile about what he did in the past, you know. So it might just get us some W's when we got that great offensive mind guy. Shanahan.
Would you apologize if you walked up and seen Jed at a restaurant? Would you walk up and say, Jed, listen, I think you're doing a fine job. Don't pay any attention to the things you've heard in your history in the past. We were just angry people, but we think you're on top of that shit now, buddy.
Right.
Yeah, you did that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I was picketing at first.
I was too.
Like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But he snagged the GM, John Lynch. He got no experience, but like you said, I'm smiling about see if they're serious about what they need to do. And they can make this turnaround quick if we get our right men.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And this could be it.
That's all, man.
Yeah. Because that's.
But I'm glad you was able to. I think that one guy, not Trez, y'all was talking about a GM thing, and I think Ronbo, you had spoke about Adam Peters. Adam Peters, yeah. That dude, Adam Peters, man. I wonder if he is magic like they say for Denver, you know?
Yeah. Adam Peters, yeah. All them great players, yeah.
I wonder if he got that magic.
Yeah. Adam Peters, that's what he does. So nothing's going to change with him, except for the fact that those good players he's always bringing in, he'll be bringing them into San Francisco now instead of bringing them in. I still can't believe that Elway he must really like Lynch. He just said, okay, go ahead.
I think so.
Yeah, go ahead, help him out.
I think so.
And he did. So I'm kind of shocked by that. Elway's a man of character that I didn't even know. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. I was just digging some of the players. I've seen the combine when they was doing the college combine or whatever that little
the annual
game that they play on NFL Network.
Yeah, that's the combine. Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah. You make judgments of combine. You can get an idea of the athleticism anyway of each player.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a crapshoot whether you look at it as, oh, this guy's great, he's stupendous, he can do all this and do all that, but when you get into the NFL, it's gotta really translate. So you gotta be really, really, really.
Certain players, certain positions, though, AJ. Wide receivers. When I see them run that 40, that translates. Because normally that's going to be the thing that's going to make a difference as a wide receiver and the cornerbacks too. If they can jam, I want him. Yeah. So. Yeah.
What's your thought before I go? What's your thoughts on the Rashad guy that's at corner that we got? Is he better than what they, could have or should have done with Dak Prescott? They end up getting him instead. You think he's gonna be good this year?
Rashad Robinson? Yeah, you're talking Rashad Robinson, right? Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna go out on a limb on this. Rashad Robinson next season, damn near Pro Bowl. He's got all the tools. He's got the body type. Only thing Rashad has to do this offseason, get stronger. Hit that weight room don't come out of that weight room until it's dark. If you came in there in the middle of the afternoon, bring you some power shakes, bring some sandwiches, bring your girl, have her work out with you. But Rashad, get stronger. Because when he stays on the field, whoever's in his position is having some trouble. I found out something about that too. Rashad divulged some conversation with some friends that I know of. Some of the plays that you saw Rashad get beat on, it was because Eric Reed, who's back there, he's quarterback in the secondary, made a few bad calls, and that makes sense. Because when Robinson was on the man was on. So this year, I suspect that'll be corrected. Eric Reed, for that matter, it's questionable as to whether he's going to be in the backfield or secondary. So things are going to be changing in San Francisco. But Rashard Robinson, I'm not worried about, and that was a good pick. I would have liked to have Dak, though.
No doubt.
Damn.
No doubt.
But that DUI before the season, and we got another problem. Tim Williams is one of the baddest outside linebackers in the league. Tim has been caught doing the Alden Smith. Tim has already been busted for gun possession without a permit. He's been called in for drug testing. He didn't do well. Oh, come on, Tim. Do you guys want to play pro football or not? So, you know.
Annoying, huh?
Yeah. So,
no, I mean, like especially me because I be trimming. My hands be out.
Wait. Let me. Hey, AJ? Yeah.
Yes,
AJ,
sir.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead and wrap it up then. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, well, I hope we get some new fire eggs. Let those boys go. But go Niners.
Yeah. All right, AJ. Thanks for sharing, bro. Let me get Russell.
What up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Russ, is that you? Man, you got a lot of noise around you. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm walking outside right now. My
Yeah.
bad. I couldn't get on YouTube, so I just put you on
on
here right here so I could listen and shit.
Yeah, YouTube.
What's going on?
Yeah, not much, man. I hope YouTube comes back in a minute. I just could be an internet thing. But go ahead, man. Yeah, what's going on with you, man?
Oh no, just sitting here taking it all in, waiting for this free agent market to open up and see where we go from there.
Oh.
You know, like I don't know. It's hard to watch all these mock drafts, and we're gonna do this and that until we do free agency. It's hard to speculate on anything we're gonna do. So
it really is.
Sitting back.
Yeah. Right, hey, Russ. Let me ask you a question. Are you using Android or using?
Yeah, it's a Droid.
Well, okay, so it seems like Apple phones aren't having any problem. Okay, so hopefully we'll get that straightened out in a minute. But anyway, go ahead, man. I want to hear about your feelings on the draft and the mock drafts because, man, they're driving me crazy, too. Everybody wants to give us Deshaun Watson, and that's...
I mean, Deshaun Watson, that's silly to even think we're going to get Deshaun Watson. Like, if anybody knows Kyle Shanahan and the system he runs, he wants a pocket passer. He doesn't want somebody that's going to be inaccurate, throwing the ball crazy downfield and
bailing out the pocket,
running around. You know, he wants somebody that can just step up into the pocket and make the throw. You know, in my opinion. You know.
Well, it's true. Ideally, Aaron Rodgers would be his quarterback.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if he gets Trubisky, like I said the other day, if we get Trubisky, I'm not going to be mad. I personally wouldn't do it. I'd rather build the team up around him. Wide receivers, offensive line, and just go from there. You know, I just don't see. I mean, you get a quarterback and you can't protect the guy, you know, or you can't run the ball. I mean, what do you do? You know, the guys. It doesn't matter who you put back there; it ain't gonna matter.
That's why. As a matter of fact, Russell, I'm sticking to my guns on that. I know who I want in the first round, but it's going to be Trubisky, and he's not going to start. He's just going to stand next to Kyle. He's going to learn. It's going to take him 2 years to learn that system. Everybody's going to be pissed, but it's something that has to be done. It's one of those growing pains. You got to get your franchise quarterback.
6'3", 220, so he's not a small guy. You know, he's going to be a decent NFL quarterback. I don't know what his work ethic is, even though I'm a Tar Heel fan, you know, and I watched him play it. I mean, he had 27 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in the regular season. He did throw his bowl game. He threw 3 picks, though. He was trying to force it. And, you know, to me, that's a little bit of a red flag. You know.
Learning curve. He's got to learn these things.
He'll
learn. Because he does everything else is right about him. His accuracy, his field vision. Now, the picks are going. He's only had a year in. What does he look like with Kyle after 2 years? There's what you have to think about.
I think it would be amazing. Honestly, that's why I said if we pick him up, I'll be happy with it because I think he does have the potential to be an amazing quarterback. He has all the intangibles. When you look at him play, look at his footwork, you look at his accuracy, look at his arm strength, the guy can play ball.
Yeah.
You know, and I know he was behind Williams for 2 or 3 years there in North Carolina, but Williams was balling, you know, like, I mean, Williams took us to the ACC championship against Clemson, which we got robbed. The Tar Heels got robbed, and that's why Trubisky wasn't playing because Williams, I forgot his first name, but he was a baller.
Yeah.
You know, and people are like, oh, he couldn't beat out so-and-so for the starting job in North Carolina, but the guy that he was playing underneath was balling. Like he took us to the ACC championship against Clemson. And we did get screwed on that kickoff, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's a racket these days.
There's so many things to look back on football, and you have to say that. It's so unfortunate.
But I was thinking, you know what? I want to ask you. I know you like your boy Corey Davis a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of his game film, but his highlights, he high points the ball and everything. But when he has to make so many contested catches, I don't see separation in his highlight reels. I don't see him burning people. I see him out leaping people and making great catches, but I don't see separation. So that's the only question mark I have about him. What do you have to say about that?
That's one of the things I liked about him was his route running. And you know what though? I've never seen a game. I must admit, I've only seen the highlight reels, but I've seen him do a number on guys for his size to be able to juke a man like that, like he did. Well, maybe I only, as I say, the highlights. Maybe he doesn't do it. It's not a regular thing. Yeah. But also, there's something to.
I forgot what website it is. Do you ever use? I think it's like NFLDraft.com or something like that, where you can go back and watch all the game tape from the people that are coming out in college.
Yeah.
Do you ever get on there and it has like 4 or 5 games for each player that's going to be considered in this draft? Do you ever use that
always.
site?
And the thing is, if it's a short film, now if I see it's a long film, normally what they do is they include every player, and they'll circle the player that you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah,
this takes too long to develop. I want to know what he can do, not over the course of a whole game though. But it would probably. And if you're a prospective person that wants this guy, you're gonna have to look at those films though, from beginning to end, and see how many plays does he take off, when's his head in the game, and when is he on top of things, is he making the right decisions, is he intelligent out there?
I was all those things. My homie, he's a Raiders fan. I'm over here at his crib and shit. But I was talking to him about like who are the top 5 players in the draft? Like, if we don't go quarterback, what players are out there that are worth taking with the number 2 pick? I mean, can you put me shed any light on that for me? Because I'm thinking about Larry Fournette.
Ooh,
the running back.
I just got you talking about that. I just said Fournette. I says, okay, it would. I'm not sure the impact it'd have on the fan base, but you go ahead and you give Carlos Hyde up for a third or second or whatever round pick they can get. You get Fournette because Fournette is a game changer. You can tell he's a game changer right away.
Yeah,
give him the ball. That man runs
what
fast.
Did I tell you like 2 days ago? That fool ran 22. You got a clock at 22.9 miles an hour.
Running past
at
cars.
2:30. Come on, man.
Running past cars at 5 o'clock rush hour.
He's on a different level.
Yeah. So and also.
What about? Great. Go ahead, Roman.
No. Go ahead. I want to hear what you say.
No, I was gonna say. So everybody's like Reuben Foster.
I like him.
What about old boy Cunningham from Villanova? Like he led the SEC in tackles last year.
Yeah, I know.
Middle linebacker, and he's got more size. I think he's got more range than Reuben Foster. And he hits you go down as well. You know.
I've seen him. And also,
do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, and Jared Davis. I've looked at that. You know what? Here's the thing. There's about 4 guys that can come in and help the inside linebacker position. It's the Golden Boys that are picked out. I'm not sure who promotes these guys, but you have the Golden Boys all listed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
every year.
And Reuben's the guy this year. There may be outside linebackers that can keep up with Garrett too, but nobody's talking about him, So there's going to be alternatives and options. There's no doubt. About that.
I hate to say it, but I have to. Is we went D-line 2 years in a row.
Yeah, don't do it again.
Shit, man, we might need to go D-line again, man, because we gave up the most rushing yards in the NFL last year.
I know.
I think a lot of it had to do with O'Neill's scheme. I think it had a lot to do with O'Neill's scheme, but. We need to stop the run. If we can't stop the run, on offense, we can't run the ball hardly, and on defense, we can't stop the run. And I think that's where it all begins.
Can't stop it. So, but check it. You've also got free agency, and there's some primetime players that are going to be available. Now you only need 2 or 3.
That dude coming out of the Ravens, right? That one dude coming out.
He's
Williams.
Williams could be had.
Yeah.
Dontari Poe could be had, but I don't know. Dontari's going to ask for a hell of a lot of money because he's worth it. So it's going to be a tough thing. Russ, I guess.
Well, I don't mind. You know what? I don't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and make another point. We got to move to Nate here next. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, we got the money to spend. Just don't get locked up into a bad contract.
Get along with it.
We got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to stop the run. It all starts there, and then your team evolves. It's
Yeah.
all about the run, you know, and you can't have a good passing attack until you can run the ball, and you can't really do much on defense so you can stop the run. So I think that's what we need to go for free agency and in the draft is be able to get that ball moving and stopping the ball. So
Yeah. And stay away from those players that are system players. Because every time I look at Malik Jackson over in Jacksonville went over there and didn't do a damn thing because he looked good in Denver, and he went to Jacksonville and sucked. I thought, geez, I didn't expect him to.
Just like all our cornerbacks, people try to give all of our, one more thing. When we were making our runs, our front seven was so amazing that those cornerbacks that we had, they were getting 5-6 picks a year.
Yep.
They were Pro Bowlers. As soon as they left our damn team, they turned to fucking trash because they didn't have that front seven that was getting that pressure. So if you can get pressure on the damn quarterback, then your cornerbacks are automatically going to be better. So we got to address that. We got to get after the quarterback.
I've been telling
and
you.
one more thing. I heard John Lynch. I heard he called somebody into the office and said, "If you ain't going to play ball, we don't want you here." And I think it was Fat Boy. I think I think it was that damn Lynch. That damn Lynch got called in right away and got told, "Hey, if you ain't gonna play, we're gonna trade your ass. You better get in shape. And you better come here to play ball. You're gone."
Because Russ, everybody, we all noticed that Aaron was taking plays off, and he came into the season fat to begin with. He was all the way out of line the whole season. So I bet you Lynch did look at that film and say, "Well, I'm gonna
don't trade him. Don't trade him. Give him one more year. Give him one more chance.
True,
if he don't come in, this
skills.
motherfucker like ready to play ball. Goodbye.
Watch him come in skinny, like he did his first year. All right, Russell. Let me get to Nate here. Nate.
All right, cool.
Nate.
I'm gonna stay on the line though.
Okay. Hey, yo, Nate. Nate.
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Let me turn the TV down.
Okay, please. Thank you.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on?
Yeah, and then we're sitting here contemplating the future and talk about how fat Aaron Lynch is. And and this note just from Russell was hilarious, man. If John Lynch didn't even wait until next week, and as I figure they got a lot of things to do, if he didn't wait until next week to call Aaron, hey, Aaron, I want to first of all, I want to let you know that I think a lot of your play, and I think you're a fantastic football player. All right, go ahead, have a seat there. Listen, you want something to drink? Listen, I'm gonna go right to the point with you. Do you want to play with us or not? And then Aaron says, "What? I mean, actually, I'm looking at you now. You're way overweight. Is this going to be something you can get together between now and next season? Or what do you think? What do you think here? I mean, if you're me, what would you be saying to you right now? You know the conversation. All of us have went through it at least once in our life, right? When shit or get off the pot type of situation. Don't you love that?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm tired of today I just called in to get some more information. I heard about Myles Garrett. I heard it on the news where he wants to be traded to Dallas. He wants Cleveland to make a trade with Dallas, and that's what I heard.
No, he said he was
playing
kidding.
Madden online, and I seen a little message on the board, about Myles Garrett wanting to go to Dallas. You hear about that too, right?
Yeah, it's 2 days old information. Now the thing is, he came out. It came out the day before yesterday. He looked so sincere. He's sitting there. He's got those eyes going at the camera. You know what? I can tell he's a character. And he said that with all sincerity. Next day, he says, "Come on, man. Y'all knew I was bullshitting, man. I'll play with Cleveland and anybody else who wants to take me." But Myles, why'd you pick Dallas? We know you like Texas. So I don't know. I think he was serious, but he says he was just playing. That's the latest word.
So how you dealing with all this Tom Brady stuff? He's the greatest ever. I was actually listened a little bit to Skip Bayless, man. He made me sick, man. He really made me sick. He said he was bigger than actual Michael Jordan. Tom Brady's actually bigger than Michael Jordan now. That's what he said.
Did he
That's
say
what
that?
Skip Bayless said.
I gotta go check that out. Wait, you said Skip Bayless said this or Stephen A?
No, Skip Bayless.
Skip said that.
He said that now Tom Brady is a bigger star than actual Michael Jordan now. That's what he said.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, but that's, you know what? I'm going to take the Tom. First of all, the comparison from one quarterback, I'm going to take, Joe Montana has already stated, Joe refuses to call him the greatest quarterback of all time, no matter what the rest are saying. Joe says, you'll never know from one generation, let's call Tom the best quarterback of his generation. Because Joe named off names like Sammy Baugh and some of the other greats before him. He said, I don't know if I was better than those guys or not, but everybody's teams telling me that I'm the greatest of all time, and that's fine, but I'm not going to admit to that. And you can't say that Tom Brady is the greatest of all time because he plays in another generation. So I'm going, from now on when that argument comes up, hey, Tom is the best of his generation, fine. Beyond that, greatest of all time is bullshit. He is what he is. He's a modern-day quarterback that's protected by the referees and rules. Receivers aren't touched as they go downfield. This is a different game, okay? Brady gets the nod. Fine. That's where I'm going from now. I can't wait till next time somebody brings that up in my face. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I was gonna tell you about like the actual integrity of the game. I watched a couple videos on YouTube about how they cheat really badly. New England, I caught a couple of really good videos of good evidence where actually New England is actually cheating during games. During like the first week when they faced the Steelers, they were corrupting the communication between Mike Tomlin. They were hearing the actual radio station for like 15 minutes, the full quarter, so they won't have communications on the field. That's actual truth.
I believe it.
So,
how many times have we seen that happen?
They mess with the integrity of the game, and there's certain players that play with all their heart. And the way Tom Brady goes about playing the game, he whines a lot, everything. Did you see the game versus Houston? I mean, they were knocking him down on the floor. He was sitting there whining, trying to get flags from the refs.
Yeah, did you love it?
I mean, that's something that I don't respect.
Yeah.
And Joe Montana didn't do all that back then because there was all this protection. There wasn't all this protection at that time, Everybody was still being physical. There was still head hunting in the game. I mean, like you said, it's a different era, different generation.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep. And Joe took some tremendous hits, even after he got rid of the ball. I mean, guys would just they'd spear him while he's laying on the ground, and that was okay with your referees, right? Yeah, see?
Right. It's a different game. You're right. It is. And I don't respect Brady at all. Like, after seeing all these videos of how they cheat, they reset the game clock. He calls that in Gillette Stadium. It only happens in Gillette Stadium most of the time. He just puts his hand in the air. The clock goes all the way back to 25 seconds.
Yeah, and they're not through yet. There's antics all the time. I understand there was drones flying over the practice facility where the Falcons were working out before this Super Bowl. So and if anybody asks, they can't prove. Well, we don't know anything about those drones. Were there drones flying over your facility? We didn't know. And you know what that son of a bitch did? So, it'll go on and on. That's fine. He can be the greatest quarterback of his generation. Bill Belichick can continue to turn the sound off in people's helmets and headsets. And it'll be gone. That's why I don't know if Goodell's way out of line with trying to punish it because they're not going to behave. But punishing him doesn't do anything but encourage him. So, that's all right. Yeah, Nate, let me. Who's next? Let me come back, or I guess we're going to pretty soon move out. That's Tyler.
Yeah, if I need to move out, you go ahead, man.
Okay, all right.
And hang me up.
Okay, all right. Tyler. You know what? Let me. I want to. There's something I just noticed somebody wanted to know about the 3-4 versus the 4-3. We need to get into that. Are we designed for the 4-3 or the 3-4? Can we actually make that kind of swing? That was. We're worried about the DC Niner faithfuls. It's going to be Eric Vaughn. People want to know about who's going to be our DC. We were supposed to be talking about that today. Who is your favorite choice for DC? Let's. Where's Tyler? Where's Tyler? Is he gone? All right. Let's see. There's Tyler. He's back again. Where are we going here? All right. There's Tyler. Okay.
Hey, Ronbo, can I say something about Tom Brady and Michael Jordan, man?
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead real quick.
All right, real quick, man. Michael Jordan had to play defense. Tom Brady never had to line up at cornerback. End of story.
Yep. Good point. Excellent point, Toby. NBA players play both sides of the field. Ain't that the truth? I don't know. No wonder Stephen A. cut him loose. I thought it was Stephen A.'s fault. That was the stupidest observation I've ever heard in my life. He's not above Jordan. Skip must have been just trying to get clicks. I bet he got tweeted out his mind that day. I got to go check that out. All right. Toby, thanks, man. Let me get to Tyler. Tyler.
Ronbo.
Yeah, Tyler.
Jordan's better than what the hell? Jordan had defense. He never played on basketball.
No, hold on. Tyler, go ahead, man.
All right, so somebody made a really interesting point. It was about our secondary. They said, well, it's hard to judge the 49ers second because they were talking about Tremaine Brock, and they're like, well, you can't really judge this 49ers secondary because there's absolutely no pressure on the quarterback. So, no pressure on the quarterback.
That was Russell.
I guess it's necessary to say you can't really judge the secondary, but Brock's, in my opinion, Brock's still got to go.
Tyler, no, but you know what, though? And since Russell didn't bring that up, here's the thing, though. Do you remember Brock looking as bad this year? I mean, he wasn't great last year, but he was always injured. But what if we had a decent pass rush and the quarterback didn't have all day to throw? The reason why the run game was also so successful is because our corners and our secondary men, they had to play the run and the pass. I mean, guys were busting through the first initial line of scrimmage and coming downfield. When our guys looked up in the secondary, they were charging forward trying to stop the run. This is a lot.
Good point.
Yeah, this is
Brock
a lot of.
In 2013,
Yeah.
I remember a specific game against the Houston Texans. He got a pick six and another pick in that game because the pass rush was absolutely deadly at that point. So.
Yeah. See, that's
it really depends.
That makes a lot of difference in what the secondary guy is going to do. If he's guessing all the time and shit, they got loose again. Every other play, he's running out of gas. Another thing, he's having to bust his ass to get down to the line of scrimmage as fast as possible before this guy picks up 40 or 50 yards. Yeah,
you got to do all these full plays because there's no rush.
Yeah,
that's going to end the play sooner.
So it's
that's going to wear him out.
Yeah, it's unfair.
Eventually, he's going to get torched because he's all worn out.
Yeah. So there you go. No linebackers.
And one of my friends, he's a Falcons fan, but he's a real Falcons fan.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was pointing out. I mean, he likes Rashard Robinson because he played for LSU, but he was talking about how he said Rashard Robinson never had to face any monster receivers this past season, and I said he faced Brandon Marshall, Larry Fitzgerald.
I know.
And he's like, those guys aren't big name. Watch him get lined up against OBJ. It's going to be over. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Okay. They didn't put Rashard on the top receiver on every game. He's not, and I don't know if he was ready for that yet. Mentally, he might even prepared. Physically, he is. Next year, you're going to see that change as evaluations will be different this year for a second-year guy like he is now. Rashard Robinson adjusted to the pro set quickly, so he's ready next year.
Yeah.
Tyler, go ahead.
I just haven't seen him against any monster receivers yet. I mean, we've seen him against Brandon Marshall, Larry Fitzgerald. I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
You
don't put him
lined up. Julio Jones didn't play that game against the Falcons, so he wasn't lined up against Julio.
Yeah, you don't put your rookie up against those guys just yet. Next year, you may see those assignments change. Jimmy Ward may actually be playing the safety position because Antoine is done. We think he's done. If he ends up playing, it shall be shot. Anyway, Tyler.
But we got Eric Reed and Tart, so
yeah,
maybe not.
You know what? Let's address the DC question. Who do you think is going to be the defensive coordinator? You got anybody in mind? And I got a suggestion that Tom Rathman is our DC.
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. I guess I misread that. Okay.
I like the Texans defensive coordinator. I like although I don't really want to take him away from the Texans, but
why not? That's the way it works in the NFL.
Gus Bradley.
Yeah.
Gus Bradley's good, but he already made it clear he's not coming.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Tyler. Get some realistic possibilities. Do you have any? Not people that have already signed up with other teams, but I mean, anybody out there that you think you like?
Whoever Kyle and John thinks the best guy is, that's the best guy because they're intelligent. So.
Okay. How about Tom? What's your feeling about Tom Rathman leaving? Are you going to be able to handle that?
He's not going to leave.
Oh, you don't think he's leaving? Tyler, he's already left. You haven't checked out the news? No. Tom's not. He's not going to accept any secondary role or anything like that. He's saying goodbye.
That's stupid. Who did they hire as their running backs coach?
It's Bobby Turner. I thought you knew that. Tyler, I'm shocked. You always keep up with the news. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I heard they hired somebody, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah, it's Bobby Turner. He was over in Atlanta with Kyle, and Kyle told him, made a promise to him, I guess maybe back in Washington or something, wherever. He just followed Kyle around, the Shanahan family. And he told him, if I'm ever head coach, I'll be calling you up. And,
Doctor.
yeah, he's finished up there. Okay. Tyler. Let me go to. Let's say goodbye to you, and hopefully Nighthawk has got his fire alarm. He's got a new battery in it.
Yeah.
A Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
Yeah, Nighthawk. Hello, Nighthawk.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Wait.
What's up?
Nighthawk, I don't hear that noise. Did you change that battery?
Yeah.
Nighthawk, hey! Let's give a round of applause for the Nighthawk changing that battery. We appreciate it. All right, Nighthawk.
Yeah, Nighthawk.
Yeah, what's up?
Nighthawk, you got anybody in mind for a new DC?
Well, I don't know who. Who's out there? I don't know who's out there that can do defensive coordinator. Who's out there?
They're looking to go with a guy named Saleh, and we have Saleh, and there's another guy. Is his last name Davis? It looks like they're going to go by defensive committee. It appears right now. They haven't made it according to right now, because as you know, most of the DCs that are really good have already signed on with other teams. So this is kind of a thing that's still up in the air. So yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Nana, you had something you probably wanted to say, though. I interrupted you on that one. Go ahead, man. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I want to say, Stephen A. Man, he keep on talking about the 4 hours. I mean, he talking about the new GM. Like it's his fourth time doing it. He's a rookie. It was a bad move. I said, why is he talking like that?
He's Stephen A. That's what Stephen A. does. You know, if it's not
he just said that. Is that good for the 49ers? He said, I think it's bad for the 49ers. I said, whatever.
You know what would have been nice if somebody says, well, Stephen A., who would you have suggested to be the general manager? And I'd love to see what he'd say.
I just want them to go to the Super Bowl and shut his mouth. I just want them to go all the way and shut his mouth, so he won't say nothing.
No, he will. And one thing I give Stephen A. credit for, when he's wrong, he actually comes back and says he's wrong. Last year, I believe, was at the NBA. There was an NBA, was that the Warrior game? Yeah. He was talking so bad about LeBron James not being a man in the first few games. And then all of a sudden, you know that nasty history. Cleveland came back and took the Warriors out. And then he came up, LeBron James, I'm sorry. He became a man I said, Stephen A., shut the fuck up. So, that's what he does. But he'll apologize later. If the 49ers have a good year under this new regime, he'll say the right things later. So, Oh, it was Jerome Henderson and Robert Saleh. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Robert's last name right, but it's Jerome Henderson and Robert Saleh are the current candidates that may hear from them next year. They haven't got a lot of time to fool around on this, so they may have to hire either one or the other, or somebody said they might hire both at the same time. So we're going to wait and see on that as far as DCs.
But your YouTube is still kind of messed up. I tried to use the YouTube again. It's still not coming up.
Yeah, you got an Android phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems it's an Android situation. All right. So, it's a YouTube issue. Okay. Anyway. Too Easy jumping on me. Huh? All right, Too Easy. Too Easy, if you got, straighten me out, Too Easy. I love for people to straighten my ass out. So if you got something you want to, if I'm saying the wrong thing, please kick my ass. Fill me with the knowledge, okay? Let me, who are we going to next? Let's go back. Russell, anything else you want to add, Russell? Russell's probably kicked back listening now. All right.
No, sorry, I had it on mute so y'all couldn't hear me. Oh, yeah, I did have one more thing to say. I was going to say, when the Niners going to hire you in official capacity to do their PR, man?
You know what? I need to say something negative about the 49ers. Otherwise, people think I'm being a rah-rah. I get that all the time, but yeah. I tell you, hey, Russ, I just realized.
No, you do a great job. I mean, you bring us all together. You know what I'm saying? We get a chance to speak with one another and hear all different points of views or whatever. So
thanks, Russ.
It's cool. It's cool, man. I dig, man.
Russ, you know what? I was curious.
That YouTube issue never got worked out or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. It seems like it's going in and out. It's waving back and forth. It's an Android, and it seems. Russ, I was wondering though, did we talk about the 3-4 versus the 4-3? I'd love to get your input on that. What are the 49ers?
I mean, we've been drafting for the 3-4 for so long. I don't know. I mean, I think Armstead would be better one gapping, running a 4-3. I think you can put Buckner anywhere and he'll be fine. But I think Armstead when you watch him against the run, he just blows it. I mean, he's a monster on the pass rush. It's heading in the right direction, but I mean, he gets blown up a lot. I mean, he's only played 2 years, so I don't want to be too critical on the guy, but I mean, I see him quite often. Just like I don't know, he just doesn't get to the ball fast enough or something.
Or getting taken out of a play.
Wow. Yeah, he gets pushed back. Not pushed back, but he just doesn't react fast enough or something. I don't really know. I don't know where to put him, but I know like against the pass, like you see him, he bulldozes people. Like he gets to the back, he gets to the court. He doesn't have a lot of sacks, but that fool he'll disturb the pass for sure.
Yeah,
so.
Agreed. And that's why
I don't know. What do you think on the situation?
Yeah, because as you said, I'm right in there with you on. We drafted the 3-4 for years, and all of a sudden you're going to switch these guys, and they're not going to be able to. The gaps are. Yeah. It's going to be a different education, and can they learn that fast enough? And maybe they have the capability. It's just that the thing is coming out of Oregon.
I think they're smart enough guys, and they're new to the NFL. Like, but Armstead's been 2 years, Buckner's been 1, and they're the only really D linemen that we really care about or we have. True. Like everybody else is, or like Blair too, but they're almost like cannon fodder. They're just putting people in there. Mm-hmm. They can't really. It doesn't matter what they do, as long as we're not fucking last in the NFL and fucking rushing yards allowed. Whatever, dude, change it up. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit what kind of defense they run. Just fix it.
Yeah, and not make the same mistakes over and over again, because we're going to go through another defensive coordinator this year, and that's what also worries me as well. You can't.
Yeah, and I haven't done research. I haven't done any research on the DCs yet. I don't really know who's out there. I remember last year, and I was really excited about getting an interview with him, was from the guy from the Texans. It starts with the
Vrabel.
He turned the job down.
Is it Vrabel? Vrabel. That dude is a badass.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, I would love
the Texans
to. I just want a mean ass Mike Singletary type fool back there, just head hunting killer. I don't like these soft ass DCs, man. I want somebody that
scares people.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike Singletary is a great example.
Okay. I know what I was going to talk to you about. Rashad Robinson.
Yeah,
I know. We all like him, and I know you're really high on him. But but I saw that fool get burned up quite a few times last year, man.
Yeah.
He was always around the ball. He was close to making the play, but he just didn't have. He wasn't able to make the play, and he got he's
always hurt.
He's always coaching a couple different games,
Yeah, no, I agree. I seen that. I've seen that a few times, and you know what? You're right. I did give him the excuse of being a rookie on a few occasions where I wasn't sure what went on.
Yeah.
And I think also I've always had this thing about if the front line is not providing enough pressure, then you advantage to the receiver, right? As far as I'm concerned, because the receiver now can get rid of that defender at any one point. He comes back to the ball, any number of things. He's got options. So that's why I always say, if we had a front line push. If we get a front line push and Bashard's still doing that, you're right.
Yeah, no, I think, like I said, man, you can almost have, I don't want to say shitty, but you can have like run-of-the-mill cornerbacks. If you have a pass rush and a D interior, your D line can stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
That makes the secondary so much better.
Yeah,
I think, man, we got to get after the damn quarterback. I don't give a shit how you do it.
Yes.
I don't care. We got them put some chloroform in somebody's like mouthpiece or something. Just like do something. I don't know. Pull a Patriots card and start cheating or something to stop the damn run and get to the quarterback, man.
Wouldn't it be great if we started cheating? Hey, Ross, you bring up a good point. What if the 49ers start playing Belichick Brady football? Because here's the thing. Belichick, I don't know if he's the one who coined the phrase that, well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. No, he couldn't have said that. Somebody else had to say that, because if he said that, automatically it makes him guilty of everything they've accused him of.
Well, them cheating ass motherfuckers. They've been cheating since day one.
But what if the 49ers did that? Would we stand behind it? Because Patriot fans will argue you into the dirt if you accuse him of cheating. I mean, they hate that.
I mean, how could they? They can't deny it. They've been caught cheating. The motherfuckers that went to the Supreme Court from damn Deflategate, which is retarded. And you got, like, come on, man. They cheat, man. Belichick got caught spy-gating. Like, what was old boy talking about earlier? Flying drones over the damn.
Yeah.
Come on, flying drones. These fools over here on some straight espionage. What, you fucking work for Russia? Hillary Clinton ass fucking blame on the Russians shit. Like, what the hell's going on?
Russ, that's why they don't have any money to pay players. They're so busy planning for plots to find out what the other team's doing. That Russ, let me go to Jack. He's over in Europe. Jack.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay on.
Yeah. Take your time, Ronbo. Go ahead and talk to him for 2 minutes, Ronbo.
You still all right? We'll come back to that. Nate.
Or spirituality.
Was it Nate? All right, wait. Let's see who else is. All right, Toby. I know Toby's got some dad. Toby. Toby, I forgot to ask you. Who do you want for your DC, man?
Sometimes people can be too mechanical. This is from self-acknowledgement.
You hear me?
Yeah, no. I thought that. I didn't think that doesn't sound like Toby talking. Who's
No,
that?
that's not me. That's not me.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Go ahead, Toby.
Okay, yeah, man. For my DC,
Yeah.
I was thinking, there's a few college coaches, man, out there.
Ooh.
Maybe just to help him get his career started. You know, maybe they had a long time dream to coach in the NFL. Maybe you could find you one. Maybe Texas A&M or somewhere. You know, go look at Well, when I looked at the rankings, Temple had the number 3 ranked defense last year in college football, and they had 852 plays. So they did that with a no huddle offense. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe go there. But as far as the 4-3, I think definitely we got the arsenal right now. Well, we may need to draft a left outside linebacker, maybe somebody that can cover a little bit better than Hodges Jr. But 54 Armstrong, he can be the right outside linebacker because he played safety. So he can play that linebacker spot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You got Bowman in there. You got another linebacker. Aaron Lynch and Eli Harold were pass rushers coming out of college. And, you know, that's what they did their whole life. So, you know, then you're asking them to stand up and cover. Now you're asking Eli and Aaron, just go after him, you know. Like, say if we didn't draft a DN high, like, what if one of those dudes turned out to be a great DN? I'm talking about Harold and Lynch. So,
could be. Aaron's just got to lose
weight. I think we can also run a hybrid of the only thing about the 3-4 is the linemen have to do 2 gaps. So, like someone said earlier, Eric Armstead struggles a little bit with the 2 gap. But if you just give him 1 gap, give Aaron Lynch just 1 gap, give Eli Harold 1 gap, you know what I mean? Like, make it simpler. Like, you know, you're talking about we might look better than Seattle's front 7 because we got youth on our side. So.
And these guys are pretty athletic, the ones you just pointed out.
Man, if you can go ahead and put that 4 down lineman and similar to our foes in the Northwest up there, and then you look at if you take our whole D line and including Lynch and Harold and send them to Pete Carroll, I bet you they'll start.
Fiends.
So, that's all I'm saying. I mean, it's the coaching. Like, the whole coaching is going to change. You know, guys are going to be accountable now. The GM knows what he's doing. You know, like I heard a couple times they said Trent Baalke wanted to be a coach. They called him Coach Trent, you know, like kind of made fun of him. And, you know, that kind of was his dream or whatever. But now, you know, you got a great communicator. You got Jed York, you know, he already said he don't really care. You know, he just want to win, you know, like he don't want to be embarrassed. And I was saying, man, like when we have our parade, our Niners parade, man, we should all meet up, man. Like, we should all wear like a Ronbo sports shirt or something. Meet up at the parade,
I haven't made that shirt up yet.
And because we've been talking about this, we the only ones that's really still believing, man. Thanks for Ronbo. I appreciate you.
I hope I'm not alone on
brother.
that believing, though. Toby, let me ask you a question because I noticed this, and I thank you, by the way. But this is what I see. There was a report out there. This is Niner Faithful 52. There was a report out there saying that Lynch could bring the Tampa 2 defense. But he says, I don't know if that's true or not. That's interesting. And Lovie Smith, Would it be interesting if they all of a sudden Lovie Smith came into the picture? Because I imagine they may have approached him. But yeah.
Yeah, Lovie Smith, or even one of his assistants from his time in Chicago or somewhere down there, someone that John Lynch knows personally. You know, man, like, honestly, by them keeping it so quiet, O'Neal scares me though. Still, you know what I mean?
He's still out there. I know he's still in there.
I'm hearing Jim O'Neal's name, man.
Because you know they're going to keep him until they find somebody. Because well, don't fire him so quick because we got to find somebody first. You know. Well,
because Jim O'Neal knows the scoop. He knows all the scoop from the Rams last year. You know, because he played them. He knows all the scoop from the Seattle and
the Rams are going to change though.
So O'Neal kind of can help them as far as game planning a little bit. You know, he does know something. They're going to pick his brain.
Yeah. You don't want. Well, the thing is, they might keep. What if they kept him on the staff? No, that's up to the DC. I was thinking, what if they keep him on the staff?
Maybe linebacker coach. Maybe like a linebacker coach, or like a defensive assistant, or just somebody that like sits in the box or something. Maybe.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe we told him he was going to give him a job too.
Because it's Kyle's. Kyle knows him. I mean, they work together. I mean, you just get a man and say, "I'm sorry, gosh, Jim, you're through." Okay, it's not up to me on this one. I've got it pretty much.
You're right. And maybe Jim will go spill the beans to somebody else.
Yeah, so that's
but
he's got no beans to spill.
Back from Cleveland.
Because he does know about the scheme going on. Yeah, you got a good point. It's a really rock and hard place kind of situation. So.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can. Man, nobody's not. I don't, man. Okay, the 3-4 is okay. I'm just nervous about the 2-gap thing.
Yeah, I know.
But like Pittsburgh Steelers, they got linebacker coaches over there for days. You know, they got linebackers. You know, you always see a linebacker out of Pittsburgh. Look what they did with James Harrison. So
yeah.
Man, maybe I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Maybe like an old player, or maybe Patrick Willis or something. I don't know, man. I don't know, brother, man. It's crazy, but the Tampa 2, I think that is more nowadays. You know, you can't just run that play all game. Like Seattle can't just run cover 3 all game, man.
They tried to though.
Shanahan did to that. Shanahan showed the rest of the league how to destroy that, and he also showed the rest of the league how to destroy Bill Belichick. Also, I got a feeling that. That his scheme kind of works as like he's going to be putting defensive schemes in there as well because, you know what I mean? So if I was going against Bill Belichick, I would do this and this and that. So maybe, Coach, maybe you try to do this week, or I don't know, like because our defense is going to have to stop our offense in practice. So our defense is going to come up with ways to stop. You know, like you're not going to just go into the defense you're not going to go into a season with a defense that can't stop your offense in practice. And that's what I say about Seattle. Russell Wilson has to face that legion of whoever they are
every week.
Practice every day.
Every week, yes.
So he knows how to beat them. And then, okay, they couldn't beat us at first, but then they was like, shit, let's just do kind of what we do at practice. But we used to run a cover 1 a lot under Fangio.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically it was a lot of press man. You got a safety running around free in the box. They were like, okay, let's take that press man that they're running, but let's run a 4-3 cover 3 out of it. So we kind of actually started that simple. That's why Patrick Willis wasn't thinking. Smith wasn't thinking. You know, they were running, the same plays like 80% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? They didn't have to do too much thinking. Jim O'Neal, that read and react defense. We need an attacking defense.
Yeah.
We need to attack.
So true.
We need to make some tackles behind the ball. You got to tackle Todd Gurley, David Johnson, and I know we can do it.
Yeah.
We shut down Todd Gurley for
badly.
53 yards.
Yeah. Game 1.
I know we got a team. We have a nucleus right there. We just need better conditioning. That's why we got rid of that strength and conditioning coach. He's not just a strength coach.
It was
He's
his fault.
Conditioning coach.
Yeah.
And you got 19 players hurt. And Tom Rathman, man, I do feel kind of bad for him because he's been there for a long time. Now he got to move and stuff like that. But to me, that just shows me how smart Shanahan really is. Like, why would you bring a zone offense with the power scheme running back coach.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't go together.
Toby?
And like, who on the roster has Tom Rathman really made look like, oh damn, Frank Gore?
Come on, Toby,
he's dependable.
No, Toby,
he's dependable. But Frank Gore never made you just say, oh shit,
Toby,
oh damn.
Toby, this is blasphemy.
Like, man, he hasn't really produced nobody, man. Mike Davis looked a little bit
blasphemous.
better.
Toby. Okay, that's enough. You cannot talk to Tom like that. That's just mean.
Okay, no, man, I'm not talking about him. All I'm saying, I'm saying is, like I'm trying to just make it seem about why I think going in, like you're starting a whole new thing, all fresh. Then you're looking at, okay,
all right,
what do we got to bring to the table? Then I'm bringing my guy in here who wants to run it this way.
Run the program. Toby, let me stop you there though, because I can see you got lots to go. Let me tell you what, Toby. Tomorrow, man, let's get red and gold, man, because getting ready to shut it down here.
Baby.
Hey, kiss that baby goodnight for me too, man. All right.
All right, y'all.
Night, Toby. Okay, I guess it was. Hey, Jack, are you prepared? Are you ready to roll, Jack? Toby,
are you listening?
He got excited.
Yeah, what's up, baby?
Hey, man, you know what about the DC? Kind of sad about Tom. What are you gonna do, the 4-3 or the 3-4? And do we still love us, Myles Garrett? Would we take him if he was laying there at number 2, like I'm pretty sure he's going to be, because the Cleveland Browns are dangling him like a carrot, trying to get somebody to trade for the first-round pick? Or they're going to go ahead.
I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street, because everything – I've been going back. See how you go back and watch the games?
Yeah.
Sometimes I go back and say, you know what did I say over here on Ronbo Sports? And, you know, it turns out that I'm a fucking genius, Ronbo.
Yeah. Did you make some calls that
because
came
everything
true?
I say, it just comes back like a couple weeks later. I said, you know, Ronbo, how about we get Jonathan Allen at number 2? And you, oh, no. Even you said, oh, no. And then a couple weeks, now you're a Jonathan Allen fan.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I hadn't watched clips on him yet.
Things. These guys are saying a couple things. You know what? I'm telling you guys, all us Niners fans should invest all our cash into Jack. We're going to do it, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We aren't jealous. I challenge Go Hard, Nighthawk, Tito, Trez, Ronbo, and the guy that wants some cereal. Is it Tyler?
That's Tyler's always in cereal.
He wants some 49 cereal. I challenge all of us jealous. I'm not saying that word might be a little hard, but let's not be jealous. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Fuck the Patriots. Fuck everybody. We were down. We're going to come back. They hated us in the 80s. They hated us in the 80s,
True.
the 90s. They did not like us at all. They were saying the same things about us as we are about the Patriots, Ronbo.
I know.
Now it's time to say, you know what? Take a step back and take a little breather, gentlemen, because we have the best franchise in the National Football League, and everybody knows that. So they're a little bit jealous, and they remember those days in the 80s and 90s where they couldn't get an ounce of a chance. So now they're like, okay. No, we hate them. We're not getting broadcasted. We're not going to talk about – we're going to bash their ass like when we hired Chip Kelly. Everything. They're just going to keep bashing our ass. Let's just sit back and relax and not even stoop to their level. Yeah. Let's not stoop to their level and just sit back and just, you know what? Pop that cigar out, Ronbo. Say, you know what? It's gonna be all right. When everybody was hating on Jed York, and I didn't cry to you. I said I'm like Terrell Owens crying to Tony Romo. That's my quarterback. I was like, that's my owner, man. You know. You
took it very, very hard, did you?
We're here now. Now everybody loves Jed. Off on the wagon, baby, and let's stay united. 49ers forever, Ronbo.
Mm-hmm. Got my vote. Got no problem with that.
You got mine too. Listen, there's a lot of defensive coordinators, but I like what they're doing as far as getting a monster in there. I love it. Yeah. One for the passing attack, one for the running attack. I fucking love it. This guy is on fire. Him and Shanahan were meant to be. This is a marriage in heaven. This was meant to be. And Ronald Blair, I remember that 4-3. Maybe we should go back to a 4-3. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We go back to a 4-3. We got Ronald fucking Blair there too. I completely forgot about Ronald Blair. When I was talking to you a month ago saying, let's kick, if you remember, I said, let's kick DeForest Buckner outside and get that boy Jonathan Allen inside. How do you feel about that, Ron? But you was shook up like, oh, hell no, please don't tell me that, Jack.
No, I like Jonathan Allen. You know, the reason is if you keep listening, though, you get these people coming into your ear. You read something on this site, you read something on that site. And now somebody came in the other day, Jonathan Allen is too small. He'll be bullied by offensive linemen. And that kind of scared me.
You know what? That does kind of make sense because his junior year was different than his senior year. But I think he probably learned enough. And there's a lot of short people. Even Warren Sapp himself. I don't know if Warren has such long arms. He might have. But I don't know. He was a short dude. But size doesn't matter, man. He got lower center of gravity. It doesn't matter. All these people are Penn from Los Angeles Rams. Donald Penn. Mm-hmm. Is it Donald Penn?
Donald Penn from, you say from Los Angeles?
From Los Angeles. The D lineman, the most, besides J.J. Watt, he's the most dominant defensive player, isn't he?
This year, that's right. Is that his name? I know they've got...
How tall is he? He's pretty short, Ronbo.
Yeah, he's short, and also, if he's short, also their premier inside, what is that? The guy that slammed his helmet on the ground on opening night. He's the man. Anyway, I know what you're saying. It's about leverage.
But I feel you. I think I know what you're talking about too. But listen, I mean, I'm not comparing Jonathan Allen to Penn, Donald Penn, or nothing like that. But I'm just saying.
I was talking about Aaron Donald.
Because obviously they're different. Penn is super fast and this and that. But you know what? This guy got traits that's fucking like badass too. So, you know, with him and these badass linemen that we had the last couple of years, and Ronald Blair came out of nowhere, didn't he, in the 5th round, Appalachian State. I mean, this shit might work, Rombo. Maybe get Lynch's fat ass gone and say, we don't want that bullshit around here no more unless you come to camp. And I'm worried about this free agency, about getting people off their contract years. Like Alshon Jeffrey keeps getting hurt, and now he's performing all of a sudden. All of a sudden folk out of nowhere, Rombo. I'm kind of scared of them. I'm saying, are they going to go out and smoke some dope because they got all this new money from our team and not be a factor in this new era?
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of factors into it. But anyways, listen, I think, long story short, is that everybody that's listening to me right now should donate $100 to rombosports.com right now, and we should all put that towards something great and make a big ass banner that says "We love you, Jed."
Oh, that would be funny. No, really. But you know what? We don't need to go that late. We can just go ahead and do his Twitter, and people ought to say nice things to him for a change, because we said a lot of nasty things to him for the last 2 years. So yeah. You know, it would be nice to just let him know.
You know, Rombo, I got to say this. Listen, you know what? Trent Baalke started in 11. And you know what? I said last time, I want Jamal Adams. I still feel passionate about him. I think he's better than Myles Garrett. That'll be a deciding factor next couple of years. But you know what? Mike Singletary actually drafted Upati, actually drafted Davis, even though Davis retired. I think, you know, but anyway, he made that championship run the following year because of his draft pick. He had that mentality, Rombo, that said, you know, this is the way football should be played. I want a punch you in the mouth, tough physical line type of team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shoot, yeah. I like that.
That
Intimidate.
year also, the following year, was when Trent Baalke got his chance. that year, we went to the championship. So 3 years in a row, Trent Baalke was actually amazing. You know what I'm saying? You can ask for a better GM.
Okay, now wait. Now the thing is, Trent was assisting in building that arsenal, because he took all the glory, but it wasn't just him. It was also the other guy before him, the guy who couldn't stop drinking, McGlock. What's his last name? McGlock. I always get a problem with his name. Anyway,
I'm having trouble hearing you. Who are you talking about?
I was there with the GM before Trent. Trent grabbed all the glory for that incredible team.
McCollin?
Yeah.
Scott McCollin or something like that?
Exactly. So, I always laughed about that.
Who drafted Patrick Willis?
Yeah.
And Joe Staley.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fantastic. But I'm saying I'm not a big Trent guy.
Yeah.
He was put in the perfect situation. We had Vernon Davis in his prime,
Exactly.
Frank Gore in his prime. Got Crabtree learning right from wrong.
Sure.
And a couple other wide receivers. So he was put in the perfect situation. But then after that, I'm not a big Trent guy.
Yeah.
I don't like the motherfucker. I don't like the way he talks. I like the way you imitate him, though. But listen, I don't like the way he talks. But hey, now it's a learning curve, and Jed's a fucking idiot, but he's our idiot. He's got it, and we're gonna get it, and we're gonna beat Tom motherfucking Brady, even though he's from Northern Cali.
Yeah.
I got love for everybody from Northern Cali, baby. But
I don't hate Tom either. I want to make that clear.
From scratch, just like Harbaugh did it. We're not going to do it like Harbaugh and do it at the element of surprise. But we are going to fucking do it because, like you said, 7th of all time offense.
Yeah.
Shanahan.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing. I mean, the NFL is very old, and he all of a sudden in the 21st century. The year 2016, he comes up with the top 10 offense of all time. Woo! And you know how many fantastic offenses the NFL has had.
Love it, baby. I love it.
Jack, let me ask you this question.
I'm gonna. It's about 2:30 in the morning. What time is it? About almost 2:30 in the morning out here. But listen, I'm glad you're doing it a couple hours earlier, Ronbo, so I could jump on.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I did.
What we saying?
And that's one of the reasons why I did.
But listen, I'm gonna talk to you guys soon. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby.
Yeah.
We are gonna fuck some shit up this year.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, even if we are down, if we're up, whatever, you got to stay united. That's our owner.
Red gold.
That's what I'm saying. That's our team. You know what I'm saying? Rombo's our guy. We gotta stay fucking united, baby. Stay strong and stay relaxed because we are gonna get it. Okay. Love you, baby.
Yeah. All right, Jack, get some rest, man. All right. Thanks for calling. I love the way Jack rides out like the Lone Ranger. He's gone. Listen, I'm looking at your comments. I almost fell off my seat as it seems. Now, I don't know. I haven't got to confirm this yet. It's not true. Tony Romo is not getting cut. Now it seems the folks that are checking these things out tell me somebody's joking. Tony Romo, that is not official. He's not getting cut. It was funny. Tony Romo just got cut. Should we sign him? I don't know. No. Who we got left on the line? Anybody? Because I'm going to say goodbye to everybody because we're getting ready to shut it down here. Let me check out Ian French, who was bulky. Sounds like he has dust in his. Okay, let me see what Broccoli Assassin says there. Have we got anybody who you want at number 2? I got to tell you, my number 2 is being influenced by a lot of different factors. First of all, I want Kyle to get his quarterback. Okay, Soil wants me to do it in Trent Baalke fashion. I'll do it in Trent Baalke fashion. What I would like to see is I'd like to see that Kyle get his quarterback. In this round, I understand we'll suffer some pain and struggle for a little while. But as faster he gets his quarterback in camp and can work with him, go over the fundamentals of his offense, and the sooner we'll get him up to speed. Now, it may take a year and a half, but we don't have that time to spend going into next year. Can I have a drink of water, please? Okay. We don't have the time to spend to look for quarterbacks for the next 2 or 3 seasons. We've got to get somebody on there right now to be training for the next Kyle Shanahan quarterback. Now, for me, that I'm figuring is what Kyle's thinking. He's got to get his man in there and start working him now because it's going to take a while to get that guy up to speed. Now, if it's Trubisky, if it's Mahomes, if it's Kelly, if it's somebody, but get somebody in there now. And in 2 years, let's get him out on that field. In the 3rd year, I want him out there firing on all cylinders. I want him fully adapted to the program that Kyle Shanahan's trying to deliver. He's got the smell, but Kyle is cooking. That's why I want him in there. So this year, I do want a quarterback drafted. But I like Myles Garrett because we need an OLB so bad. But the problem is, I also realize Reuben Foster is a bad motherfucker. Goddamn, he needs to be brought in. But the thing is, we can't have everybody in the second round. I mean, for the number 2 pick. We need wide receivers too. I'm tired of having wide receivers that are okay. I want a game changer. Whew, man, right now in this day, I just don't know who the number one or the first round pick for the 49ers would be, or who I even want. I want all of them. Give them all. I want Foster. I want Garrett. I want Trubisky. I want Mahomes. I want them all. So, that's my feeling. All right. Are we done here? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Guess I'll see you tomorrow. Red and Gold Radio, 7 p.m. PST. Otherwise, I want to apologize for the problems we had tonight in viewers for YouTube, but hopefully I'll be corrected too. Meanwhile, have a great day. Niners!